This is INN's weekly war update for Vietnam. I'm Ban Siren. Week 57 of what we are now calling Vietnam was one of the most consequential of the war by far. Although INN has tracked 27 hostile actions, Monday saw the PAPI coalition ultimately declare defeat, beginning with leaks from NC. And continuing through Tuesday with announcements from many of the alliance leaders that they intended to withdraw from Delve in particular and the war effort overall over the following week or two. Delve was largely home to the action, but with the former PAPI coalition's planned fighting retreat disintegrating into a full-on rout, action continued across Fountain, Quirius, Period Basis, and elsewhere. There were 4 fights in Week 57 that exceeded 20 billion ISK in cumulative losses outside of the 1DQ1 TAC-A / T5ZI TAC-S Border Skirmish Battle Report. All 4 were massive victories for the Imperium. The first was the final subcapital push on 1DQ1 TAC-A by PAPI forces. The second was a fight in NPC Delve. The third was the Imperium purging the 1 SMEB iHub, and the fourth was an Imperium fleet chasing a PAPI fleet into Impasse. The 3 major theaters are the north, Fountain and the border with Iridia and Cloud Ring, as well as western Delve. The south, the rest of Delve, Quirius and Period Basis, and the east, Paragon Sol, Ketch, Stain, Immensea, and Esoteria. Previously, this war had been referred to as World War B as a response to the name used by other players for the Casino War. Once the PAPI coalition began its retreat, members of the Imperium began referring to the conflict as Vietnam, an allusion to the series of conflicts in Vietnam fought by the French and later the United States of America. The north was busier than usual this week as the Imperium began harassing the PAPI jump network in western Delve, killing 16.5 billion ISK for 2.9 billion in losses on Tuesday. Thursday, the Imperium retook most of western Delve's iHubs and pushed off the harassing PAPI gangs, killing 1 billion ISK for 890 million in losses. By Saturday night, the initiative, in particular, had retaken the iHubs in roughly half of Fountain again and began reinforcing PAPI keepstars in western Delve. The Eastern Theater was relatively placid from a battle report perspective, although Legacy's informal disbanding has created a power vacuum in the East, as former members of the Legacy Coalition have scrambled to establish themselves in the new power hierarchy, as both Test and Brave have elected to flee to the Galactic Northeast. Sunday in the South, the Imperium turned aside another attempt in 3-TAC DMQT ahead of PAPI's planned offensive. The Imperium killed 4.6 billion ISK for 1.4 billion in losses. The 1DQ1 TAC-A / T5ZI Border Skirmish Battle Report showed the Imperium killed 38.5 billion ISK for 49.5 billion in losses. Monday, the Imperium rebuffed PAPI once more on the far end of the OTAC EIMK constellation in 3-TAC DMQT, killing 11.8 billion ISK for 2.8 billion in losses. The headline was no doubt the surprise assault attempt of 1DQ1 TAC-A and the OTAC EIMK constellation late in the day, with PAPI forces making their way into the fray and ultimately being chopped down. Imperium killed 209.2 billion ISK for 133.8 billion in losses as the 2 evenly matched sides faced off. The PAPI fleets eventually limped back into T5ZI TAC-S to find that Test and other legacy alliances had begun to unanchor keepstars across Delve, as well as some other strategic fortizars. During the fight, as reported on INN, NC. Lady Scarlet revealed in the Talking in Stations Discord server that NC. Would be leaving the war effective immediately. Shortly afterwards, Pandemic Horde's Goblins confirmed that they too would be leaving the war effective immediately. Within hours, Test and Brave each held town halls to confirm that they also would withdraw from Delve over the next 2 weeks. As the week progressed, PAPI's proposed fighting retreat quickly devolved into chaos as individual members and corporations tried to evacuate themselves ahead of the Imperium unleashing their fury. The news came as a shock to line members of both the Imperium and the PAPI coalition, in particular as PAPI leadership had asked for 4 more weeks of effort from their pilots, including for their players to resubscribe to the game. During the battle, Imperium scouts caught video footage of PAPI leadership members secreting their supercarriers and Titans out of Delve ahead of announced move operations. Open communications on various Pappy town halls descended into fury as players excoriated their leadership and decried their efforts in brutally unflattering terms. Tuesday, Imperium forces fought with Pappy forces in NPC Delve, killing 41.8 billion ISK for 35.8 billion in losses, as the two sides' hack fleets came together. Later in the day, Imperium forces tore through Pappy fleets as they reinforced a number of I-hubs on the border with Iridia, killing 45.2 billion ISK for 20.3 billion in losses. The Border Skirmish Battle Report showed the Imperium killed 55.7 billion ISK for 31.9 billion in losses. Wednesday, the Border Skirmish Battle Report showed the Imperium killed 18.9 billion ISK for 25.4 billion in losses. Thursday, Imperium forces baited a Ragnarok Titan into aggressing a scout, then descended on the untethered super capital stuck on its keepstar. Eventually, the Imperium fleet killed 81 billion ISK for 6.8 billion in losses. The Border Skirmish Battle Report showed the Imperium killed 40.3 billion ISK for 33.4 billion in losses. Friday, Test lost its first Fortizar and Quirius in a few months. The Border Skirmish Battle Report showed the Imperium killed 29.3 billion ISK for 30.9 billion ISK. Saturday, NC Dot lost to Nyx, Goons lost to Hell, and Test lost another Fortizar. By the end of the day, the Imperium had retaken all but 4 I-hubs in Delve, half of Period Basis, and a quarter or more of Quirius. The Border Skirmish Battle Report showed the Imperium killed 52.9 billion ISK for 28.8 billion in losses, including some Entosis hackers sacrificed as tribute when the Imperium retook the T5ZI TAC-S I-hub. Elsewhere in New Eden, Sunday, Legacy forces lost to Hell and to Torrid. Thursday, Imperium forces and some allies chased down a Pappy Coalition fleet in Impasse and mulched the Munin fleet with Eagles and supercarriers, killing 34 billion ISK for 10.5 billion in losses. Friday, a former Legacy alliance lost to Nyx and to Torrid. Thanks for watching. This has been INN's Weekly War Update, and I've been Bansirin.